Good morning. It's cool today. I guess winter is on its way here in Georgia. I like the coolness. Yesterday was after talking with you, I felt a little down. I'm not one to talk about my life, how I was at my lowest point. Today I'm going to work. I'm traveling to work. And some days I don't like to travel away from home. I'm trying to find work here in Georgia can be daunting based on the pay. So I have to travel outside of Georgia. So it's depressing at times. Anyway, I was thinking about what I talked about moving from Philadelphia to Georgia and how the pros and the cons. And what I forgot to mention was when the kid's father left, I was pregnant with my last child. And I made a decision then that as a single mother, I couldn't go do a 9 to 5 anymore. So I decided to start a company. And it was doing real good for a while. And I decided at one point I was struggling with myself, feeling of inadequacy, feeling of failure, even rejection. Because when you do a business, you have to go to these people and you have to be a one stop shop, one person salesperson. And if you have feelings of past rejection, not feeling good about yourself, feeling fat, that can help, you know, bring doubts in your mind. So that was a little difficult, but I did grow the business to having a contract with the VA hospital, various hospital inside of Philadelphia. I had the VA hospital in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I had several nursing homes. So there again, I knew more about him, where he worked in, and so when he graduated, they were able to alert me. I don't know if I would alert a friend because that's a touchy subject, but I appreciate that they did and how it turned out. I guess it was meant to be. I Anyway, the kids are okay. So as a single mother, doing the biz, I was having difficulty with myself, trying to find myself. Who am I? Why do I feel so ugly? That's the word. Why do I feel like I'm a failure? And then when I came to Georgia, it just seems like it just seemed like it got worse. I think it got worse. That the roadblocks become stumbling blocks, become mountains to climb. And even though I was climbing them, I was breaking down the barriers. Don't you love the nature and the birds? I love the cool breeze. I was breaking down barriers. I still felt like failure. It wasn't until I start working with the kids that I find that, and the kids that has mental illness, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, major depressive, all toss, all sorts of mental illness that is diagnosed that you can think of. And I listened to their story of rejection, abandoned, feeling fat shaming, feeling just out of place, feeling being different, how society, how, not really society yet, but how they're treated on a whole. The bullying, the cyberbullying, the struggle that they have to go through on the street. And I started to feel something in my heart about it. I felt their pain and I could understand what they were going through. And I felt like a spark in my heart just start beating, my blood start rushing, because that was the beginning of a passion to bring teenage depression, teens that are struggling with depression, other mental illness, bring awareness to the massive. And the majority, although the majority of kids that I saw were homeless, they were bouncing around from foster homes to foster home. They felt like nobody loved them. Can't really figure out where they belong. And I felt the same way. But I had to put on a professional face. And over the years, I become tough on the outside so that no one will see the inner me. And I laugh more and I smile. Behind that wall is a person that's deeply sensitive to hurt and pain of others. I, I always think of John Lennon's song, I'm a dreamer. I want the world to be better. I want people to start caring for others. And I want the parents to understand that depression is really serious. Not only the parents, the teachers, the counselor, the teens, is to tell someone, reach out and help someone. So I, I, I want to tell you, this is the most uncomfortable video I have made because it put me in a vulnerable spot. And it's uncomfortable. I'll continue. Thank you. Thank you. I got up this morning and look in the mirror, yeah. And I have to force myself to say, first I had to force myself. It's a practice. I've practiced smiling. I do like to laugh now because it eases the pain. Just like some people use other means to ease their pain. I don't drink. I've never taken drugs. There's no alternative method for me. Is laughing. That's my drugs. So I got up this morning and I usually get up real early. But this time I got up a little late. I got up around 8ish. It's 9 now in Georgia. And I got in the shower and everything. And I look in the mirror and I said, "You are a beautiful person, Patrice. You are beautiful. Love yourself." And what's better? It feels good. The dog, I'm sorry. It feels good. It's uncomfortable. But these are things that I'm telling the teens. I'm telling when I meet people that are going through a difficult time. I'm telling them. So now I need to believe it for myself. And the stumbling blocks that are there, I realize that I need to overcome it. And if I don't want to stay in this spot that I'm in, this quicksand that's trying to pull me down. I don't want to stay in this rut. So I'm going to, what I did was I thought about all my other successes, and that helps a little. So whenever I feel that I'm a failure, I thought about all the other success, that my little mini success, and that helps ease my pain.